Project updates. So things I've been working on, things that are coming along, things that are not coming along. First, new patch, because some of my other ones were looking a little too militant, and so we got this nice non-threatening shadowed letter 1 thing. Pain in the butt to do because the fabric soaks up all the paint and it just bleeds through, and you gotta build up layers. Pain. Anyway, it looks okay for someone who can't draw. Second thing, I've been working on the bag, and here's where we're at on the bag right now. So this is, let's see, this is the outside of the bag. This is the main pocket section here. These are both flaps, and they have pleats in them, as I had described and thought. This is the bottom of the bag. It is quilted with captured padding inside it down here, which is sort of nice. And then the back of the bag sits underneath that, right? And then this is going to be the inside of the bag here. And you can see I've already got the organizer built into the front and the tag put on the inside. This is the pocket. This will be the pocket for the laptop to go in. And what we are missing, what I do not have, these are part of the sides. So this bit here, you can't see that. Let's see. This bit here is going to fold up like this and join this part here and this part here, and ta-da! You got a bag, right? But what I'm missing is the top portion of the entire thing. And the reason that's not there is because I have the fabric, well, I have my prototype fabric for it, but what I don't have is the zipper for it. And I've ordered zippers, and those zippers are coming to me, but I don't have the right size zipper, and I don't want to do it with the wrong size zipper because it just sort of defeats the purpose. I need the thing to last through a cycle of prototype development, and the only zippers I have right now are number 5s, which are they're skinny, lovely little things, but they're not beefy enough for the bag and the way it's going to get used. So, no zipper right now, waiting on the zipper. Also coming with the zipper is our 2 sample packs of X-Packs and Cordura fabrics. My normal temptation is to go with Cordura, but Cordura is kind of an old school tech fabric at this point. It's essentially a nylon duck cloth with a coating on one side, and X-Pack is a significantly more modern fabric, and that should mean better durability and lighter weight, and that's appealing. So anyway, I got sample books of those coming with the zippers, but they're not here yet, so that thing's on hold until they're here. In the meantime, I had to suss out how to attach straps to that bag, and I was going to do this kind of complicated flap arrangement where this part right here would get sewn into the seam of my bag, and this part up here would capture like a D-ring, and then you'd have like a clip that went to the D-ring into your strap, and blah 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 blah. But that's workable. Obviously, it's workable, but it's sort of a pain. And then I thought about doing a simpler version like this: stitch this in on an angle like that, and have this part stick out, and then inside this captured bit, you do a box X on some. You take some strapping, like some webbing, and you slide it inside here, and then you box exit right there, and you end up like a really solid, that's the way you do the bottom of a backpack. And that would work, except I really would like this strap removable, so that I can use the thing like a suitcase and carry it around, well, not a suitcase, like a briefcase, and carry it around a little bit easier. And so I decided not to do either of those, because they're a pain, and instead I'm going to do this same material, but I'm gonna sew in a fold of it like that. So this will get run through a seam of the bag, and all that will stick out is this flap. Yeah? And then just a regular carabiner locked onto that. Flip that around that way, and then ta-da! You get your strap hooked up on there, and that will be both durable and modular and lovely. So I'm pretty excited about that revelation. It'll just be a lot simpler. And then when you want to take the strap off, instead of having some big flap and chunk of hardware and all that, all you've got is this small little unobtrusive flap of webbing, and that should be not too big a problem. For those wondering why not just do it like this to keep it simpler, that would work, except you're going through twice as many layers of webbing at the same time, and you're already on a seam, so that's a little bit tricky. Also, if I go if I split it this way and run a seam through here, I get twice the seam length, so that's more attachment points for my webbing. So it should, I'm reckoning, be stronger this way, and it allows me to do some sort of some angling to get better ergonomics or whatever. And then as far as straps go, I was gonna go with a somewhat, here I'll show you, the somewhat more complicated loosening setup like this. So the idea was, with this setup, the way this works, is you got this bit here attaches to the bag, or in this case, this is a camera strap, so this attaches to the camera with that little doohickey. Anyway, you got a stub length of webbing here, and this is done with plastic hardware now to make it rebuildable. If you really want to go lightweight, you'd stitch this instead. Anyway, and it runs up to this guy right here, which you'll recognize from backpack straps. And this allows you to adjust by pulling on this. I can tighten this strap. And then I've added a D-ring captured in here with a pull tab on that. And if you pull that, you drop a ton of you can snap the thing open and drop a lot of webbing through it really quickly, which means I had to actually anchor this end to keep it from falling off when I do that. But it gives you great adjustability. You can cinch it down tight, and then you can loosen it off really, really easily. And I was going to do something like that, which is, I mean, it's not super complicated, but like, I didn't have the hardware in stock in my kit to do this right here, right now, in the widths of webbing that I'm looking at. And it was going to add a lot of bulk. I mean, you can see this is a very small area, and it's got quite a lot of stuff going on. And even if I stitch it, it's just a lot going on. And then I realized, I had this wonderful realization, which is on bags of the sort that I'm talking about, shoulder bags, not messenger bags, not camera straps, where you want to be able to loosen the thing and bring it around your body and bring the camera up to take a shot, and then drop it back and cinch the thing down, or a messenger bag where you want it up high in your back. No, this is just a shoulder bag, and none of my shoulder bags, not a one that I own, has an adjustable shoulder strap of that sort that I use. So I thought I'd make it a static strap, and it's still going to be adjustable because I've got extra webbing, and it'll be like, but it's going to be adjustable with just regular tri-glides, which are these guys here, which allow me to take the entire thing apart and to attach it to my bag. Instead of doing some stupid little clip or plastic buckle thing that's going to break or be annoying, I reached into my stack of spare carabiners. I didn't even get out my good ones, so just my regular spares here, and I found a pair of these guys. These are just Black Diamond D solid gate. Like, these are not special, these are not fancy carabiners, but what's great about them, it's super modular. God help you if you break one, but if you ever did break one, finding replacements is trivial, because carabiners are a dime a dozen. Even if you can't get, like, this is a fully rated climbing carabiner, and even if you can't get one of those, you can go get some like cheapy at a dollar store to get you through to the next bit. And then I left a whole bunch of extra webbing in the strap here. You can see this is all doubled up here, way more than necessary, but for the sake of adjustability and just for the prototype, to give myself as many options as I possibly can, I'm leaving it super long here. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be these guys attached onto it. You'll be able to snack them off and chuck them in the bag if you just want to run the thing like a briefcase and be more respectable with it. But you'll have, most of the time I suspect these will be on. When I eventually finalize this whole thing, I might do like fancy webbing tricks down here to like narrow it to make it like sit nicer in like the narrow end of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like fold this and stitch this so that it sits nicely in the narrow end. I might get fancier carabiners, wire gate, or whatever. But for now, this is going to be my prototype. So we're in a tiny bit of a holding pattern, waiting for zippers and then fabric samples. The zippers will let me finish the prototype, and I'll be able to start using it and showing you guys that. And then the fabric samples will allow me to pick the final fabrics that I'm going to use and get those ordered so they can come in, so that when I am ready to do the final version, I will at least have the fabric here to do that. I am pretty excited about that coming, but shipping is just taking forever, so what are you going to do? And I think, for now, that's pretty much it. It snowed for the first time today for this season, so I don't know how many more riding videos I'm going to have or get to. This snow won't stick around very long. It's possible I'll get out this weekend. Nobody seems to watch the riding videos anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. But I should be back to sewing sometime soon. Hopefully, zippers show up. All right. Thanks.